Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Deep divers, peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here live streaming. We got a whole lot to talk about. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Once again, deep divers, I'm sending you tons of good ass energy. Take that, take that. Take that. The big secret. Let me just say a huge shout out to everybody in the chat. You are appreciated. The big secret they've been hiding from you, deep divers. Watch this video before it gets deleted. Shout out to everybody diving deep once again. We're on the live stream, and I'm just letting the infinite waters pour, deep divers. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got a whole lot to talk about, deep divers. And guess what? The cat down the road knows it too. The cat down the road told me to tell you I love you. It loves you as well, deep divers. Shout out to everybody diving deep. Now, deep divers, I hope your weekend is going good. I hope wherever you are, you're doing something that's making you happy. The big secret, deep divers. They've been hiding from you. Watch this video before it gets deleted, deep divers. The big secret they've been hiding from you. Watch this video, deep divers, before it gets deleted. Shout out to everybody in the chat, but please, can you get Ralph Smart some breakfast? Because we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Now, once again, deep divers, life is so good. I just felt like live streaming. And I also made a video today in nature. But I said, hey, let me do this one live streamed. Let me live stream it. Now, deep divers all around the world, as you already know, life doesn't feel the same. As you already know, people are feeling very different because of the great panic, the great pandemic, or as I call it, the great panic. And there is so much happening right now on the planet, deep divers. I was hacking a few databases. And I found out a few things, deep divers. It's a top secret. What did I find out, deep divers? Zeros and ones here. I found out a very big secret. You see, so many of us live day to day feeling that we are the broken ones. So many of us, we live thinking that there is something wrong with us. We think it's our fault that we are in this situation. We think it's our fault we are in this circumstance. We spend our whole day sometimes hating ourselves for it, blaming ourselves for it, wishing we could just fix ourselves because apparently, deep divers, we are broken. You see, that's what you've been told, deep divers. You've been told that you are broken. You've been told that you are inadequate. You've been told that there is something wrong with you from the moment you were born. They even label people deep divers. Sometimes it's autism. And I used to work with autistic children for many years. Sometimes it's ADHD. Sometimes it's bipolar. They can always give you a label because I told you, deep divers, there is something wrong with you. You see, this is the programming so many of us have received in the Matrix. A lot of people wake up feeling they are always incomplete. They are always lacking something. They are always short of something. And I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, this is the programming all of us received in this society. Sometimes it could have been when we were at school. There was always that child who got the A grade. You remember them. I certainly do. And a lot of us were like, hey, if only I was as smart as that child, or how come they're always getting the A grade? So a lot of people are born feeling inadequate. And the big secret they have been hiding from you, deep divers, is that you are not inadequate. In fact, when you realize it's the system that is inadequate, you free yourself. When you realize, divers, it is the system that is broken, you free yourself. So if you ever feel like you are inadequate, deep divers, I'm here to remind you, it's not you. It's the system. And this is the system you've been born into. Right now, deep divers, the planet doesn't feel the same. Why doesn't it feel the same? Because a lot of people are getting their freedoms taken away from them. I want to remind you this, deep divers. When you realize that you have been programmed just to go to work, pay your bills, pay your taxes, and now you can start to realize why so many people are sick on the planet. So many people don't feel good about themselves. So many people are stressed out. Now, these people will often feel like they are broken, they are incomplete, but it's not them that's incomplete. When you start diving deep, oh baby, oh baby, when you start diving deep, deep divers, into the secret they don't want you to know about, you start to realize why things are the way they are. You start to realize that secrets are in abundance in this world. And every single day, you are being bombarded with news, misinformation. And that's why you feel you're broken. You feel you're incomplete. And millions of people do. Until you start to realize, deep divers, don't worry, there is hope. One day, and like I always tell you, deep divers, if you ever take a trip to Hawaii or a beautiful place with rainbows, you are going to start to realize that there is more to life than I've been told. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. That there is more to life than you have been told. You see, when you first come into this world, a lot of the times you come in with a lot of pressure on you. You come in with a lot of worries, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fears. But this has all been designed for you. Because the moment, deep divers, you just head into nature like me and breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Deep divers, it is over. It is over. You see, this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. Life is a joke, deep divers. That moment is your awakening. What? Slow motion this side. I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, a lot of people are programmed and engineered to take everything so seriously. Go to school, go to work, come home, and then repeat. But I want you to remind yourself that if by chance, shout out to everybody in the chat, I see you, one love to you, shout out to you, Renee. If by chance, deep divers, you start to do a little dance like this, and you start to enjoy yourself a little bit, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? You are going to start to open your eyes, deep divers. You're going to start to open your eyes to what's really happening on the planet. And a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are waking up. You see, the big secret they've been hiding from you is that there is more to life. There is always more to what you are seeing. There is always more to what they present to you. And right now on the planet, what this is all about, this whole coronavirus, this whole state of lockdown, this whole state of quarantine, this whole state of panic, which has affected so many people. What this is all about, deep divers. Uh-oh, a massive corona ball is coming my way right now. I better run. What this is all about, deep divers, and what this has always been about, is keeping you worried, keeping you in a perpetual state of fear. Look at your eyeballs right now. You're looking a bit shaky, baby. To keep you always scared so you don't have time, deep divers. You never have time to do a little 360. Can I do a 360 in the heart of nature, baby? So you will never ever have time to do a little 360 in the heart of nature. And that's what I want to remind you of, deep divers. You love the show, Lynn? Wonderful. You know, I'm switching it up, having fun doing live streaming. And that's the thing, deep divers. I'm doing a 360 in the heart of nature every single day. Because when you come into nature, when you truly rise, jump up, and realize nobody can hold you down, you start to let go of the fear of this. You start to let go of the fear of this. You start to let go, deep divers, of the fear of this. I'm just warming up, deep divers. Shout out to everybody diving deep. So, like I told you, everything in reality is about where you place your focus. You have a choice of waking up like this, having a mind full of fears, doubts, confusion, or you have a choice to wake up like this. Which one do you want to wake up as, deep divers? Which one do you want to wake up as? We're doing a little somber in the heart of nature, baby. You see, why are they censoring information right now on the internet? Why are they censoring deep divers' information? Let's talk about censorship, the big secret they're hiding from you. I told you, when they label somebody a conspiracy theorist, it's a very dismissive way of saying that, hey, this person is a crazy person, when in actuality, they have an open mind. So there is no need to censor something if you're not afraid of it. But the truth is, there is something that they have been trying to hide from you from the moment you were born. Because if you know this secret one day, if you sometimes just go out into nature and just a thought comes in your mind to say, wait a minute, something is not adding up. Why do I have to be 6 feet away? Why do I have to be in lockdown? What's going on right now on the planet, deep divers? I told you, this is all a massive experiment. The whole of life is. And I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, every single day that you can break the experiment and you can be a free being every single day. But you have to be willing to break free of the box they've put you in. You see, the big secret they've been hiding from you, deep divers, is that you have to fit in if you want to make it in the world. And a lot of people have a lot of pressure with that. A lot of people are trying to be the star. They're trying to get popular. They're trying to be famous. And deep divers, I want to remind you, you are already a star. You're asking, what does 33 mean? Shout out to everybody in the chat. 33 is the most powerful number in the universe. Because 33 is all about 33 vertebrae in your spinal column, deep divers. When you are in alignment with who you are, everything will change. Shout out to everybody diving deep. The big secret they've been hiding from you. Shout out to everybody who's always asking me a question on Instagram, deep divers. The big secret they've been hiding from you. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know, I'm enjoying this new setup, Deep Divers. I want you to remind yourself of this, Deep Divers. You love this? I love it too. I want you to remind yourself of this, Deep Divers. A lot of people wake up every single day feeling like they are broken. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. Deep Divers, you are not broken. The system you were born into is broken. And that's why right now we are seeing the apocalypse. We are seeing the ending. Because they're always giving you the news, the breaking news. No, Deep Divers, the news is that the real news is that a lot of people have been sold a lie. What is one of the lies you've been sold, Deep Divers? The big secret they've been hiding from you. It is that things are running out. Uh-oh, lockdown. Toilet roll and pasta. Right? You go to the supermarket, there's nothing left in the shelves. Everything is running out. But Deep Divers, what if I told you this? That everywhere you go on this planet, walk with me, Deep Divers, you are only going to see abundance. You are only ever going to see abundance, Deep Divers, because abundance is our natural state, not scarcity. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. You probably heard that they want to depopulate the planet with a vaccination, Deep Divers. COVID-19, which stands for Certificate of Vaccination ID. But the big secret they've been hiding from you is that another 7 billion people can come to planet Earth and there would still be space for you. So I want you to remind yourself every single day, Deep Divers, that life is plentiful. Life is abundant. Just like the infinite waters, let it flow. Oh, baby. The waters can never run out. That's why it keeps flowing. That's what life is like. It's not like this in nature, Deep Divers. It's more like this. There is an infinite amount of abundance. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm just warming up, Deep Divers. We are all co-stars in this live video. Absolutely. Shout out to you. And we ain't having it, Deep Divers. Absolutely not. I want to remind you, Deep Divers, because a lot of us, and this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. A lot of us, we have grown up worshipping celebrities and stars and famous people. But once again, that's why a lot of people wake up feeling broken, feeling like, hey, I'm a nobody. I've got no followers, no subscribers, no likes. Nobody likes me. No, Deep Divers, you are not broken. There is nothing wrong with you at all. And when enough people realize this, you start to realize, oh my gosh, I am a star. You see, this is the big secret. This is the big, big secret they've been hiding from you, Deep Divers. You are a star. And to really empower yourself today, I want you to move around like a star. I want you to move around like you are super important. Because if everybody walked around like they are super important, you realize everybody is the same here. There is no need to put anybody on a pedestal. We are all stars. Literally, deep divers, we're made of stardust. So I want you to walk around, deep divers, like you are the star that you are. You know, people are asking you for an autograph. You're like, hey, you're right. You know, that's how I want you to walk around, like deep divers, because for a long time you've been feeling like you are the broken one. No, deep divers, you are the real star. So I want you to, I had to throw that video inside there. I want you to really start walking around, deep divers, like you are something phenomenal. Because the big secret they've been hiding from you is that you are a victim. You are powerless. You are insignificant because you're not a billionaire. You're not a millionaire because you don't have followers, because you don't have likes. No, deep divers. I want you to walk around knowing that you are a superstar. You are such a superstar, deep divers. You will have people coming up to you asking you about, hey, talk to me about 5D. Talk to me about the DMT. Talk to me about opening your chakras. Right? Because for a long time, deep divers, for a long, long time, humanity has been really going outside of itself. And I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, you have to go within you to see the truth. When you tune in to who you are, you can tune out to everything you are not. What? Slow motion this side. The big secret they've been hiding from you, deep divers. Let me bring that balloon back. Shout out to the balloon woman. She's got a special spot, deep divers, on the live stream. Right? Letting go, deep divers. Like I said yesterday, you have no obligation to your former self. The inadequacy, you got to let it go. The fear, you got to let it go. The giving away of your power, you got to let it go. This is the big secret they've been hiding from you. You see, deep divers, like I told you, if you believe enough in something, it will manifest. Let me repeat that. If you believe enough in something, it will manifest. And a lot of people are believing every single day that something is coming to get them. And that's why they wake up in fear. That's why they wake up in panic. That's why they wake up not knowing they are not broken. Instead, they are complete. And we're doing the 360. Woo! In the heart of nature, baby. So I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, you did not come here to be another number. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. We're having fun, deep divers. You did not come here to be another number. You didn't come here to be another statistic. You didn't come here to be another cog in the machine. You came here to be the unique being you are. So as we move into solutions, deep divers, to break this feeling of inadequacy, to realize that you are not broken, go for a run. Really walk in nature, deep divers. Really Move around in nature, deep divers, and start to feel yourself, start to hear yourself, start to listen to that voice inside of you, the voice they've been trying to drown out, deep divers. That voice, they were trying to drown it out of me, right? Because I'm always intuitive, deep divers. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. I'm always intuitive. But there is a voice that you have, and you know what it is. It's your intuition. Sometimes it's telling you about what's happening. Sometimes it's warning you about what's happening. But the big secret they don't want you to know is that your intuition is your most loyal servant. It will always guide you to where you need to be. What's happened in society? A lot of people have turned off, switched off their intuition. Because a lot of us, we're all plugged in. We're always scrolling. We're always going outside of ourselves. That's why a lot of people, they wake up and it's hard for them to know which way to go. So I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, every single day, the most beneficial thing you can do for yourself right now is to listen to that voice. And I guarantee you, that voice will remind you, you have never, ever been at all. Deep divers, breathe with me. Let's just, woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. You got to breathe in that good ass prana, baby. You got to go out into nature, deep divers. You got to feel nature like this beautiful sister here. You got to make sure you're breathing up that good ass prana. And you got to make sure that you realize you have never been broken. You are just living in a system that is broken. You've been living in a system that's been hiding the truth from you. And I told you, deep divers, the beauty of life is everywhere you go. But many people cannot see the beauty of life because a lot of people are stuck here. So you forget every single day, deep divers, you forget how beautiful the world is. You see, in ancient cultures, they were connected to nature. That's why they were so powerful. In ancient Kemet or Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza, they were connected, deep divers, to who they really were. I've been to Egypt, deep divers. Let me show you Egypt, right? I've been to Egypt. And Egypt is one of the most beautiful places. When you are seeing how massive the pyramids of Giza are, you start to realize that gods walk the earth. You start to realize that that civilization is way, way more advanced than this one. And that's why a lot of people, because they haven't been told the secret, they go through their life working, even though it's making them unhappy. They go through their life in stress, even though it's making them unhappy. And I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, you have to remind yourself every single day, you have a choice. You can wake up choosing to do what you know is true to you. Or you can wake up knowing what you are doing every single day is leading to your demise. We are the children of the sun. Shout out to you in the chat. I see you. And deep divers, most of all, like I say, you have to let love guide you every single day. Shout out to everybody on the live chat. Okay, you have to let love guide you, deep divers. You have to let love guide you every single day. Let love guide you, not fear. The big secret they don't want you to know, deep divers, they've been hiding from you. Watch this video before it gets deleted, because it's going to go. Let's talk about what's actually going on the planet. So many people have come forward and they're starting to give us another perspective with this COVID-19, with this great panic, not pandemic, great panic. We're starting to realize that what they're telling us is happening and what is actually happening is totally different. And this is why I say, deep divers, every single day, I'm doing a little samba, baby. I'm doing a little samba, baby. I am doing a little samba, baby. Every single day, I'm doing a little samba, baby. Because I told you, the whole of life is a big joke. Life is a meme. And when you awaken to this, you will free yourself. This wonderful young lady has already awakened to it. She already knows life is a meme. That's why she's just laughing, dancing, having a great old time. Right? This is a big secret they've been hiding from you. That life is a meme. That life is a joke. And that moment is your awakening. She already knows it. She already knows it. She already knows it, deep divers. So I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, you don't have to take everything so seriously. You can enjoy yourself because life is beautiful. You don't want to get stuck in fear. You don't want to get stuck thinking that Big Brother is watching you 24/7. Let love guide you, not fear. Shout out to you, Patois. What do I think about the vaccines? I always say, deep divers, that we have everything we need inside of us. COVID stands for Certificate of Vaccination ID. And like I told you, deep divers, you do not have to take a vaccination if you don't want to. Because nobody can make you do anything against your will. You see, human beings are incredibly powerful. That's why, deep divers, every single day, they have to keep you in lockdown. That's what this is all about. Because the moment you realize you don't need them, the great Krishnamurti said, have you ever wondered why we have leaders? Deep divers, you empower yourself every single day. Every single day, you empower yourself when you realize you can lead yourself. You deep divers, can always lead yourself. You can always be as free as you want. You don't need people telling you what to do. You don't need people telling you how to live, deep divers. Shout out to everybody in the chat. How's your day going, deep divers? How's your weekend going? I'm just enjoying the live streaming, deep divers. You see, I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, let me talk about absolutely. Piano Mike, we are our own leaders. You see, we are always our own leaders. And that's why I always say, deep divers, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a guide. I'm just sharing with you what's helped me along my journey. All the power lies within you. Now, when you free yourself, once again, you start to ask questions. Now, let's talk about 5G, because what is this all about, deep divers? There is something called IOA. It's called the Internet of Things, right? And the Internet of Things is all about the smart grid. That's why this whole lockdown, this whole quarantine, is all about the Internet of Things, because 5G, let me bring up 5G. Whoa, my gosh, I'm going down a wormhole, deep divers. 5G, the reason why they need 5G, and they're going to get 5G for the mainstream, is because 5G is the only network that can handle the future they want. Without 5G, they cannot go to the next level they want to go to, which is the artificial intelligence. They need 5G, but we don't. That's the difference. So like I told you, deep divers, when you truly free yourself, you start to realize that you are the original technology. In many cities right now, they are installing 5G. They are installing towers everywhere. But what if I told you, deep divers, when you really awaken to who you are, you do the little 360, oh baby, you realize I don't need 5G because I'm in what? Because I'm in 5D, deep divers. You're in the 5th dimension. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Now, deep divers, how's your day going? I'm just enjoying life right now. Life is good right now because life is what I make it. Life is all about the adventure. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. You see, they have made sure you don't move around much. And lockdown says everything. By limiting someone's movement, by giving them the same routine every single day, what do you think is going to happen to human beings? When you are giving them the same routine every single day, day in, day out, they are going to get incredibly scared, deep divers. They're going to wake up scared. Because when you haven't traveled, you're afraid to even go outside of your house. You're afraid of everybody and everything. Even nature is your enemy. But when you move around, deep divers, when you really realize ancient cultures, Stonehenge right there, they all were always moving around, traveling all over the place. When you really move around, deep divers, you go to ancient Kemet or Egypt, you realize they were always moving around. When you go to the motherland, deep divers, beautiful Mama Africa, you realize it's so free, it's so open, so much space. This is our natural habitat. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. Because a lot of people, they're this, their natural habitat. So I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, every single day, when you realize how free you truly are, deep divers. Shout out to everybody in the chat. When you realize how free you truly are, you realize you got to stay free by any means necessary. You owe it to yourself to go back into nature. This is the big secret they've been hiding from you. Deep divers, I've made over 3,500 videos in the heart of nature. And I made a video in nature today. I just didn't release it. I'm making videos in nature every single day. It's just part of my daily routine. So I'm always in nature. And after I make my videos, I'm meditating in nature. So when you've been in nature like I have, I'm like Mowgli from the Jungle Book. What? Slow motion this side. When you are in nature, you start to realize a few things. You start to realize that you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. This is why a lot of people are so scared. Because there's pressure in the matrix. There's comparison in the matrix. You're comparing your profile to their profile, to her profile, to his profile. And you have to remind yourself every single day, you didn't come here to do that. Comparison is the greatest thief of joy, deep divers. That's why I say, stop comparing yourself to other people, deep divers. Be unique. When you are unique, you will wake up to the secret. You got to be like this young lady here. You got to start doing your own little dance. This is the big secret they've been hiding from you. You didn't come here to do what anybody else is doing. You came here to do your own two-step, your own little dance in the heart of nature or wherever you are. Shout out to everybody diving deep, deep divers. We're having fun today. We're having fun. Let me just say shout out to everybody in the chat. And I'll be doing more of these live streams, deep divers. I'm just excited to do the live stream in live time. I'm just warming up, deep divers. Just testing the mic, as we say. But I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, the secret they've been hiding from you is that you are powerful beyond measure. Not powerless, you are powerful beyond measure. And that's why there is a need to censor you. There is a need to hide information that can awaken you to who you really are and what you came here to do on the planet. But I told you, be very careful in attacking what you hate and be very mindful of promoting what you love. What? Slow motion this side. Shout out to everybody diving deep. Deep divers, brilliant live. Shout out to you, Connor. I appreciate you. I love doing the live stream, right? Because it's just so live, deep divers. Now, let me talk about food and nutrition. I want to tell you this because a lot of people don't really realize that one of the benefits of the whole planet being on lockdown is that McDonald's is closed. Yeah. Burger King is closed. Yeah. 7-day vegan challenge. And what's happening? A lot of people right now, they want to boost their immune system. They want to get healthier. They want to eat to live. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. You've been told, deep divers, you need a vaccination to be okay. You need pharmaceuticals to be okay. But what if I told you nature has already provided everything you need? Now, I've been plant-based for over 15 years, deep divers. I wake up every single day with a whole bunch of grapes in my mouth. And nothing has benefited me more than the plant-based diet. And this is actually the big secret they've been hiding from you. The big secret they've been hiding from you, deep divers, because a lot of people, a lot of us, we just wake up and we go for the fast food. But now I'm seeing the shift, deep divers, for the whole food, for the food that's going to make them feel right. Deep divers. The big secret they've been hiding from you, deep divers. Shout out to you. How's everybody doing? Shout out to Dr. Sabi, absolutely, in the chat. You know, Dr. Sabi was one of my food mentors, deep divers. And he really helped me awaken. He really helped me to really change my diet. The big secret they've been hiding from you, deep divers. Shout out to everybody who's been diving deep. Once again, let the infinite waters flow, deep divers. Let the infinite waters flow. A lot of people say, Ralph, why are you doing the live stream? I love it. Thank you so much. Because deep divers, I was in a box. I was doing videos day in, day out in the heart of nature. And I love to do that. I even made a video today. But I said, wait a minute, I haven't tapped into live streaming. And I've been on YouTube for a while. So once again, I had to now learn how to live stream. And now I've got even more tools in the toolbox. What? Slow motion this side. You have no obligation to your former self. Let me repeat that. You have no obligation to your former self. Let me repeat that. You have no obligation, deep divers, to the you were yesterday. The big secret they've been hiding from you, deep divers, is that you are broken. You are incomplete. You are a mess. And this is why a lot of people turn to the drink. They need some company. But I'm here to tell you, deep divers, you don't have to do that. You can turn to this instead. You see, human beings, when they're born, they're like a nice glass of water. Clear, pure. But as time goes on, they can be manipulated into hating themselves because they feel broken. But I'm here to remind you, deep divers, no matter what you did in the past, you can turn your life around. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. I've seen people, deep divers, who have been real in a bad way. And they have turned their entire life around. I did it. So I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, right now, you got to go back to when you were a child. Go back, bring out the old photo album. When there were no boundaries, no borders. And you could literally do whatever you want. You didn't feel that you were broken. You didn't feel that you were broken, deep divers. You realized that you were complete as a child. And you have to go back to that state of mind. Otherwise, you will see yourself self-destructing. Always make sure you keep alive those things you always love to do. I told you, everything that's happening right now on the planet with this so-called pandemic that's coming to get you, deep divers, it is the big distraction. It is the big boogeyman that's coming to get you. It is taking you away from what you're supposed to be doing, which is reconnecting with yourself, not living in a perpetual state of fear. You are supposed to be as free as a bird, deep divers. Say it with me. I'm as free as a bird right now, deep divers. Woo! I'm as free as a bird right now, deep divers. You got to realize that. You see, the big secret they've been hiding from you is that the moment you meet yourself, deep divers, you take a look in the mirror, you really see and find out who you really are. Everything changes. I want you to go and look at yourself in the mirror. The man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. Start looking at yourself. Start realizing you are far more than they told you you were. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. If you've ever seen the Northern Lights in Norway, you'll start to realize that there is other stuff going on in the universe, on planet Earth, which is fascinating, that will leave you in awe. But how can you focus on this if you're this? So I want you to be very mindful, deep divers, that now it's a choice of what you are tuning into. It's a choice of what you are tuning into. It's all a choice of what reality you want to create for yourself. Shout out to everybody who has been diving deep. I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, you can do anything. I can do anything right now. You can do anything. Like deep divers, I just learned how to live stream in a few days right now. I can do anything. You can do anything, deep divers. So I want you to remind yourself that love is the strongest energy in the multiverse. Someone is saying David Icke just got banned. Well, I want to remind you this as well. They can never ban you. Nobody can ever ban you. They can never ban you. Just like they can never keep you in lockdown. That's an illusion. They can keep you physically in lockdown, but they can never ever keep your spirit in lockdown. What? Slow motion this side. They can never ever keep your spirit in lockdown. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to you, Marsha Bailey. I see you. Shout out to you, Lamar. I see you. Shout out to everybody diving deep. Once again, deep divers. Oh, we just got spiritual. The big secret they've been hiding from you, deep divers. You see, we're living in a world of make-believe. We're living in a world of sensory illusions. Let me repeat that. We are living in a world of sensory illusions. Let me repeat that. We are living in a world of sensory illusions. Do you know, deep divers, no two people ever experience the same thing? No two people ever see the same colors, never taste food the same. So when you really realize that you are truly, truly unique being, and there is nobody like you, you start to relax, deep divers. You start to breathe in that woo, good ass prana, baby, because you start to realize that nobody can lock you down. Nobody can lock you down unless you lock down yourself with fear. We are living in a world of sensory illusion, deep divers. Always remind yourself of that. We are living in a world of sensory illusion. I had my awakening in 2006, deep divers. A massive awakening. Oh my gosh, my third eye just blew wide open. I couldn't even see reality the same way. Then I started to say, oh my gosh, the rabbit hole really goes deep. When you start to know who you really are, not just this person, not just this man that works in a job who's the CEO and very stressed out. That's not who you really are. That's just what you're doing in the matrix. Not who you are as this woman who goes to work every single day and feels tired. That's not who you really are. Underneath all of that, deep divers, there's something far greater, which only a few people will ever discover. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. But it's changing, deep divers, because once again, all around the world, doing the 360. People are not only doing the 360, people are starting to realize that they can become the star. They can become player one in the matrix. When you tap into that secret, deep divers, you automatically become a superstar. You automatically manifest whatever you want. You automatically get the universe to work in your favor every single day. You realize you don't have to work and be a slave. You can be the star of your own show. And once you realize that, deep divers, well, you start to do a little dance. Because you're just so free right now. You don't even care what anybody thinks. Because you have tapped into something that most people haven't tapped into. See, most people wake up frightened, afraid, scared about what's going to happen. But you didn't come here just to do this, deep divers. You came here to do a bit of this, to do a bit of this, a bit of that, to really spread those wings. So I want to remind yourself, I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, every single day, life is about the metamorphosis. The caterpillar is not meant to remain a caterpillar. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're just having fun right now, deep divers. The caterpillar is not supposed to remain the caterpillar. But in our society, a lot of people are just happy and content with being a caterpillar. So I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, you cannot into this. Life is all about upgrades, not just phone upgrades, but actual real upgrades that will change your entire life. This is the big secret they've been hiding from you, that life is all about upgrading to a better state, a higher state, a more expansive state. So never just be content with where you are. I'm always growing. That's why I'm doing the live stream, baby. And I'm not only doing the live stream, baby. Oh yes, deep divers. I'm doing a little samba as well. Let's do the little samba, baby. Right, I'm doing the little samba as well every single day, deep divers. Moving around, doing the little funky chicken right now. Right now, because life is good, deep divers, I told you. When you understand how everything works in this universe, that you are a co-creator, everything will change for you. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. So I want you to feel empowered today, deep divers. I want you to really know every single day, deep divers, you can truly free yourself from fear that something is coming to get you. A lot of people can't sleep. Why? Because a lot of people are thinking too much. about what doesn't serve them. What? Slow motion this side. You don't want to be taking on board unnecessary problems, deep divers. That's what the media do. And this is the big secret they've been hiding from you. When you are just focusing on all of those news stories every single day, you are now limiting your own imagination. What? Slow motion this side. So remind yourself, deep divers, it is a truly magical universe every single day. You don't have to live in their reality. You can create your own. And once you realize that, deep divers, well, you'll just say, "Phil, so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello?" Beautiful deep divers were just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to you in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. And deep divers, we had fun on this show, The Big Secret. I hope everybody's day is going good. Just remind yourself, deep divers, the power is you, and it always has been. If you've got a question for me, deep divers, add me on the verified Instagram page at official Ralph Smart. Check out the new book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart, as well on Amazon. And I'll be back tomorrow, deep divers, with a whole nother live stream. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. Shout out to everybody who left an offering. I appreciate all of you. You are appreciated. Thank you so much. I love all of you. Deep divers, just remind yourself, you came here to be free every single day. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! I really do enjoy these live streams, deep divers. Shout out to you. I like seeing your comments in real time. Shout out to you, Benjamin. Shout out to you, Tavo. Shout out to you, Ryan. Someone is asking, you're asking me, is David Icke telling the truth? I always say, deep divers, everybody should be able to express themselves. And this is the part of the live where you ask your questions. If you got a question, drop it in the live. We switched up things, deep divers. Everybody should be able to speak their truth, deep divers, right? Without everybody should be able to speak their truth without this. So for me, I always say that it's not about, is somebody right? You have to protect your freedom of speech. Like I say, if you don't fight for what you want, deep divers, you will have to cry for what you lost. So everybody should be able to speak their heart and mind. You too included. Freedom of speech is necessary, because if they take that away, they are going to take everything away from you. And you have to make sure you don't let that happen. Shout out to you, deep divers. You're asking, is astrology real? According to me, astrology is absolutely real. You know, you have to remind yourself, deep divers, numbers govern everything in this existence. The numbers don't lie. The reason why I say 33 is because I was born on March 3rd at 3:03. So I've naturally been a clairvoyant, being able to see things before they happen. That's why in 2019, I predicted the coronavirus outbreak in my 2020 predictions video. How did I know? Because I just could feel it. So astrology absolutely is one of the oldest sciences, and it is very advanced. You know, it has its place. You have to really study astrology to realize that everything that you are going through is all about when you were born, the time you were born, and also your past life incarnations. Have I ever smoked weed? Yes, I have. How do you fight spirits that are trying to kill you? Okay. If you ever have spirits that are trying to kill you, deep divers, remind yourself of this, that those spirits are your shadow. That's why I told you, this whole COVID-19, this whole coronavirus that's happening on the planet, it is nothing more than humanity's shadow. That's all it is. It is humanity's shadow. So anytime you feel that somebody is coming to kill you, somebody is out to get you, no, deep divers, it's time for you just to breathe like this beautiful woman. Realize nobody's coming to get you at all. If you realize it's all you. It's all you, deep divers. All of your fears are yours. It's your shadow. You know, I used to believe in someone was out to get me. Then I realized it was only me. I was chasing my own tail. What? Slow motion this side. That's why I have no fear whatsoever, deep divers. And I want you to remind yourself that nobody is coming to get you. The cabal are humanity's shadow. Let me repeat that. The cabal are humanity's shadow. Let me repeat that. The cabal are humanity's shadow. So free yourself from fear, deep divers. Shout out to you, deep divers. What's for dinner? We ain't even had breakfast yet, deep divers. What am I eating these days? That's a good question. As you already know, I'm plant-based. No meat, no dairy for 15 years. I'm eating a lot of superfoods, deep divers, a lot of chlorella, a lot of wheatgrass, moringa powder, a lot of fresh vegetables, fruits, brown rice, and a lot of juice, green juice, a lot of turmeric tea to boost the immune system. How about yourself? Thoughts on psychedelics? Okay, Terence McKenna was definitely one of my inspirations growing up, because he could really talk about psychedelics like no other person I've ever heard talk about psychedelics, of psilocybin and ayahuasca and all kind of things. I always say that plants and herbs can take you to different dimensions. You know, you have to remind yourself, deep divers, let's take a trip to ancient Egypt right now. Okay, in ancient Egypt, in the mystery schools, they had the lotus flower. They had the lotus tree. You can find that all over Egypt. The lotus. In the murky waters, the lotus grew. So in the ancient world, they all took psychedelics. I mean, how the hell do you think you're going to build something like this, deep divers? You are going to need to be high as a kite. You are going to need to be as high as a kite in other dimensions, because you know they can't build the pyramids right now, but they could thousands of years ago. But I always say that these are only tools. Herbs, psychedelics are only tools to help you connect with who you are. And you can realize, if you realize you don't even need psychedelics, if you just meditate. If you know how to meditate, you can already go on a trip. But at the same time, you can use psychedelics. So it all depends on what you prefer to do. I told you, I just get high on this. Woo! Good ass prana, baby. That's my psychedelic. But for you, it's probably different. I have no idea. You know, different strokes for different folks, right? Shout out to you, deep divers. You are appreciated. What's been on your mind, deep divers? We just did a fantastic live stream. I'm just answering your questions. And like I told you, deep divers, we are truly living in one of the greatest times on the planet. I'm enjoying every single day right now. Every single day, because I told you, this is not the end. This is nothing more than a new beginning. So, shout out to all of you in the chat. I see you. Shout out to you, Chantel. Shout out to you, Jennifer. You are appreciated. So, there you have it, deep divers, for the live stream. And gratitude to everybody diving deep. I appreciate you. I'll be back diving deep as usual. And tips for dealing with anxiety. Let me give you a quick one. Realize your anxiety comes because you are trying to escape the present moment. You have to start liking the life you're living. You have to start loving the life you're living. I used to have anxiety attacks, not anymore, because every single day I wake up with a whole bunch of grapes in my mouth. Deep divers, remind yourself. Oh, definitely. I'm gonna bring a lot of people on the show, on this live stream. I already got a great guest for you who's gonna come on Infinite Waters. We got a whole lineup. I'm just getting excited with the new live streams because that means I can make a video instantly. Okay. And I'm still making videos in nature, deep divers. So shout out to everybody. Once again, deep divers, you are appreciated. Remind yourself, like I always say, this is not how the world has to be. You can make the world how you want it to be. What? Slow motion this side. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. I love all of you. We got this, deep divers. We got this. One love. Peace.